2nd, 2021 meeting of the James City County Planning Commission meeting to order. Mr. Holt, would you please call the roll?
Ms. Knoll.
Present.
Ms. Knoll represents the Stonehouse District. Mr. Rose.
Here.
Mr. Rose represents the Roberts District. Ms. Leverins.
Here.
Ms. Leverins is an at-large member. Mr. Polster.
Here.
Mr. Polster represents the Jamestown District. Mr. O'Connor.
I believe he dropped off the call a moment ago.
Okay, we'll see if he dials back in. Mr. Crop.
Here.
Mr. Crop represents the Powhatan District. Mr. Haldeman.
Here.
Mr. Haldeman represents the Berkeley District and is this year's chair. I'm Paul Holt, Director of Community Development and Planning for the county. And also joining us this evening is Mr. Adam Kinsman, the county attorney. Mr. Chairman, we have a quorum.
Thank you, Mr. Holt. This meeting is being held remotely pursuant to the Continuity of Government Ordinance readopted by the Board of Supervisors on April 14th, 2020, September 8th, 2020, and April 13th, 2021. You have a resolution in your packet to that effect. May I please have a motion to adopt that resolution?
So moved, Barbara.
Thanks, Barbara. All in favor? Or do we call the roll again? Paul, I forgot.
I'd like to do a roll call if we could, since this is a resolution, please.
Please, thank you.
You're welcome. Ms. Knoll.
Aye.
Mr. Rose.
Aye.
Mr. Polster.
Aye.
Ms. Leverins.
Aye.
Mr. O'Connor. I think he's still dropped off. Mr. Crop.
Aye.
And Mr. Haldeman.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries.
On to public comment. I understand there are no public comments submitted. Is that the case?
Correct.
Okay. Reports of the Commission. Development Review Committee, Ms. Knoll.
We didn't have a meeting this month.
Thank you.
Last
Policy
month,
Committee.
sorry.
All
Nothing
right.
to report.
Thank you. Consent agenda. We have consent agenda items are determined to be non-controversial. However, a planning commissioner can pull an item for discussion. There are two items for consideration: the minutes of the April 7th, 2021 regular meeting and the proposed amendment to the meeting calendar. Would any commissioner like to pull a topic from the consent agenda?
This is Rich. I'd like to.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just going to say move approval.
Thank you very much. All in favor? Aye.
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 Thank you. We'll move on to the public hearings.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
I'm sorry. Just sorry to interrupt, but I wasn't there for a roll call with technical issues, but I'm here, so it's Tim O'Connor.
Welcome.
Okay.
Thank you.
And Mr. O'Connor, did you vote aye on the consent agenda, just so I can have that for the purposes of the minutes?
I did. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Okay. Up to spirit. We have one public hearing tonight, SUP-21-0004, 1303 Jamestown Road, Williamsburg Woodworks at Colony Square. Mr. Leininger?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the Commission. Mr. Patrick Russell of Williamsburg Woodworks has applied for a special use permit for a woodworking business at a property located at 1303 Jamestown Road, Unit 117. The property is zoned B1 General Business, designated Community Commercial in the 2035 Comprehensive Plan Land Use Map, and is located inside the primary service area. The proposed use is defined as the processing, assembly, and manufacture of light industrial products or components with all storage, processing, assembly, and manufacture conducted inside or under cover with no dust, noise, odor, or other objectionable effect. Williamsburg Woodworks is a custom furniture studio with Mr. Russell as the only employee. Currently, they are located at 5812 Moortown Road in York County. During the review, a building code analysis was submitted and reviewed by Building Safety and Permits to ensure the proposed use will meet all Virginia Uniform Building Codes and National Fire Protection Association codes. Conditions have been included to mitigate impacts to the adjacent properties as well as the adjacent tenants. These conditions include increased wall thickness to reduce noise and improve fire rating, ensure all dust is collected utilizing a dust collector or a mobile dust collector, no outdoor use of the property, and the use of low or no volatile organic compound finishes on their products. Staff finds this proposal to be compatible with surrounding development and consistent with the 2035 Comprehensive Plan and Zoning Ordinance. Staff recommends the Planning Commission recommend approval of this application to the Board of Supervisors, subject to the proposed conditions. I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have at this time, and the applicant is available as well. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Are there any questions from the commissioners?
This is Rich. I have one question on condition 2, the noise and fire protection. Was there any discussion about what's considered a suitable noise level, or is that embedded in the building code? In other words, I did see the fact addressed that because power equipment is going to be used in the fabrication of furniture and the walls have to be insulated, I just didn't know if there was any discussion as to what would be an acceptable noise level in the adjoining units on either side of this.
Yeah, so there was discussion with staff on the noise. The zoning ordinance requires that this use have no dust, noise, odor, or objectionable effect to the adjacent properties. The applicant did discuss that with the improvements and the loudest noise producing tool, the miter saw, and the dust collector running at the same time, that the loudest decibel would be 38 decibels, which would be similar to about a whisper being heard on the adjacent tenant. So there was some discussion. I guess we didn't come up with a threshold, but if we were to receive some sort of complaint based on noise, we would have to address that with the applicant.
No, thank you, Tom. As a layman, 38 decibels seems more than reasonable for the noise bleed. So thank you very much. That answers my question.
Thank you. Any other questions? Any disclosures by the Planning Commission? Hearing none, we'll open the public hearing. Would the applicant like to address the Planning Commission or your representative?
I didn't have anything prepared. I did what I thought was my due diligence in terms of reading just about every sentence of code over the last month or two. So I've gained a lot of respect for what Tom and Tom do in the the planning office. They've been extremely helpful. And yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to thank you guys for the opportunity to apply for a special use permit over there. If anybody has any questions, I'm happy to do my best to answer.
Thank you very much. Any questions, anybody? I guess not. Mr. Holt, were any speakers cards submitted on this subject?
I'll ask Beth to correct me. I do not believe that we received any at all this evening, Mr. Chairman.
That is correct.
Thank you. With no questions, we'll close the public hearing. Any discussion by commissioners, or may I have a motion?
This is Rich. I just wanted to say that I like the idea that this is a small one-person business that's relocating into James City County and filling into an existing space. And I always try to be very supportive whenever possible of small local businesses. So I wish the applicant luck in his venture, and I would make a motion to approve this SUP.
Thank you. Mr. Holt, would you please call the roll?
And Mr. Kropp, to clarify your motion, is that recommend approval with the proposed SUP conditions?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Ms. Knoll,
Aye.
Mr. Rose,
Aye.
Mr. Polster,
Aye.
Ms. Leverance,
Aye.
Mr. O'Connor,
Aye.
Mr. Crop,
Aye.
and Mr. Haldeman.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries.
And Mr. Anderson, I too wish you a lot of luck with this. It sounds like a great business, and I wish you all the best.
Thank you very
Plan-
much.
Sure. Planning Commission considerations, there are none. Planning Director's report, Mr. Holt.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Other than what's been included in your agenda packets, I don't have anything additional to add tonight, but would welcome any questions if you have any.
Any questions of Mr. Holt? Moving on to Planning Commission discussion and requests. Mr. Kropp has Board of Supervisor coverage for June 8th, but I understand there's nothing to report, so you get off easy this time.
That's always nice to hear.
Doesn't seem fair to me, but
No, he has to do another month then. Put him in.
There we go.
yeah, we'll make you pay. Don't worry.
Oh, I'm sure.
Anything else for the good of the cause? Anybody?
Are we done with the Planning Commission working group or no? Yes or no?
Tomorrow, I think, is our swan
Yeah,
song.
last one is tomorrow's last scheduled meeting of that group.
Okay.
4:00.
This is Robert Rose. I want to mention I'm in Charlottesville tonight. I'm trying to get back to Williamsburg for that meeting, but I may be late. I'm going to do the best I can to get out of what I'm here for and get back early enough.
Right. Whatever you
Okay.
can do would be appreciated, but drive safely. Anybody else? More than happy to entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Thank you, Julie. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Good meeting, and all the best. See you tomorrow. Or
Good
hear you
job,
tomorrow.
Jack. Thank you.